Hi everyone, it's the Tides Changing here, and welcome to part 5 of Let's Build a Restaurant. Before starting this part, I went through and thinned out the garden areas because Stell and Amber said that they felt like it looked a little bit too cluttered and jungly with all of these plants along the bottom of it. So I just went through and took some of them out and also thinned out some of the other plants so that you can actually see the dirt in some areas. So hopefully that helps some. I did still leave in a bunch of plants, but I definitely think it looks better than it did before because I do agree that I went a little bit overboard with the plants. And there are a few more things that I wanted to take care of out here before moving on to the interior. So Hannah and Simatech suggested that I move these tables out of the corners and move them into this area right here, which probably would be a better way to rearrange it. It'll fill in this area a little bit nicer. So I think it'll look better. Yeah, I like it like that, turned diagonally. So I'll just move this one out. So right, we have the floating candle, so I'll have to be sure to fix that. So we'll just get rid of that one, get the chairs. Yep, I think that's... Yeah, I believe that's how I placed it over there. Alright, so let's just get that back on the table. Hopefully this doesn't get in the way of them eating. Yeah, I might only be... I'm just gonna have the candle on these tables because I feel like if I have both the menu and the candle, it'll take up one of the eating spots. You can only have threesomes eating there, so yeah, we'll just leave it as the candle. Make sure to get rid of these floating ones. Definitely don't want to leave that in there. Alright. So I think that looks a little bit better than it did before. Yeah, I like that. It makes it feel a lot more filled out than it did. And I'll just move this into this corner here because it is kind of cluttering it up a little bit being right there. And instead of having that, I think I'll just put a patio warmer over there in that corner. So I'll just grab this one. Alright. I think that looks a lot better. Yeah, I think that's good for over on this side, so I'll just leave that like that. And then over here, I wanted to make this and this plant neutral colors just because I feel like with all the plants with the different colors, it might be best just to have more neutral colors on the items that are outside of the restaurant just so there isn't too many different colors going on. I guess I'll just leave this plant as purple. Yeah, that's fine. And up here, I also wanted to change the color of these to the black and white one because when I was watching back over the last part, as I was editing it, I noticed that it seemed like this color of the couches looked a little bit better than when I changed it to this one. So we'll just do that. I also change this to something a little bit more neutral. Yeah, I think that goes a little bit better with this place. And the last thing I wanted to do out here was put something on this area because Kay and Thedora suggested sizing up a poster and having it be like an advertisement back here. And then Simatech also suggested sizing up the decoration that came with perfect patio stuff. Both of which I think are good ideas, so I want to try them out, see what works best out here. So I'll start with poster, I suppose. We could even try one of the... Was that what we had around front? I know, this is actually a little bit different than what was around front. So I could even put this back here, because it's slightly different, so it's not like I have the exact same thing back here as I did out front, but I'm not so sure about that. I mean, we also have this, which I think is what was out front. This, I believe, also comes in an orange color that might work. Although, I don't want to go with a completely different logo. What do we have that would actually work as advertising? I know there was this one, which I think was a Buns. Yep, Buns. Which comes in orangish colors, so that also could work. Okay, maybe we don't need to size that one up. Okay, I don't know if that's going to work as sized up. It's a little bit too big. I don't think it really looks right back there, so maybe not that. I don't know, the first thing I had actually looked pretty good, so I might go with that. Yeah, I don't know if any of these posters are really going to work with this place. I don't know, that doesn't really go with it. I mean, I could put that, although no, that doesn't go with it either. So right now I'm thinking I like the first thing I tried best, and I believe that's all the actual posters. So now I'm going to try what Simatech suggested and see how that decoration that came with perfect patio stuff looks. So let's go ahead and find that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one and not the log one. Not bad. Maybe if I size it down one time. I don't know. I think that orange thing I tried at first might have been the best option I've seen so far. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this. Because this also seems kind of out of place, and then if we size it up... Once again, I think that might be a little bit too large. Yeah, okay, so I'm not gonna go with that. I'm just going to go back to the other thing I had before. We'll see how that looks again. That might be the... I mean, I could just put another one like I was talking about last time. I mean, that might not look bad. But then again, I did want something different back here. Or we could do this since it looks like... Okay, never mind. It doesn't come in the same orange color. I'm not completely sure about this, though. But then I feel like it would look weird if I just put the same thing that's around the front back here without the letters underneath it, but then I don't want the back to look the exact same as the front, so... Yeah, I'm still not really sure what the best option is for back here. I don't know, I could just leave this back here by itself, but a little bit further down, but then I feel like it looks kind of weird on its own. So, I guess once again, you all can let me know what you think is the best option based on what I've shown. And Matthew also mentioned having bigger fountain back here just to distinguish it from the front, so what I was thinking I could do was switch up the order here and have the bigger fountains on the outside and the smaller one on the inside, so it's at least slightly different than around front. So yeah, just let me know what you think of this whole thing back here and what I've shown you for that. But that's pretty much it that I wanted to do on the outside, so now I could finally move on to the inside, which is always my favorite part of the build, and I'm just excited to get started on this. And Dreamer Rivera had a really good idea and said that for the host station situation, what I could do is have host stations facing either door with surrounded by half walls. So I want to try that out. I think I get what they were trying to say. So actually probably this height would be taller. The only thing is, ideally what I would want to do is have host station, then counter on either side. But this door is 2 tiles wide and I want it to be centered in front of it, so it's not really gonna work. But I think looking at the space, I think having it go 4 tiles wide is too wide and unnecessary. So it's kind of frustrating that getting in here, it's not really gonna work out as well as I'd hoped. Oops, okay, how many? We have 2 here. Not enough here. Ugh. Okay, so this might not work out as well as I thought it would. Yeah, unfortunately I don't think there's enough space in here for this to really work right. Which is unfortunate because it was a really good idea. So what I think I'll do instead is just have the host stations by themselves facing either door. I think that'll work pretty well. So we can just center them nicely in front of each door. Like this. Yeah, I think that still works. Let's see, what color do we want to go with? Yeah, I'm not completely sure what color scheme I'm going to go with for in here, but I'm feeling this color for now. Might change it once I get a little bit more into things. Actually, I wanted to pick out the flooring and wallpaper. At least the base flooring wallpaper will probably change things in some spots. So maybe this one. I want to go with something that's a little bit lighter. I know this isn't really that light. Yeah, I don't think this would be... Ooh, okay, no, this isn't going to be a very good flooring to go with. Actually, this coloring of it's not too bad. So we could go with that. Yeah, I think I'll keep this one for now. Actually, did I try? No, I didn't try this one yet. I could use this one. But I don't know, but I'm feeling this a little bit more for this place. So I see this place as being kind of an eco-friendly restaurant. He's maybe recycling and perhaps they reused old wood or something like that. That's kind of where my mind is going with that. And then for the wallpaper, I wanted to go with something lighter. Okay, maybe not that one. Where was this stuff? Yeah, I just want to put this down as kind of the base wallpaper. I might add some different colors in different spots to give it a little bit more detail. But I just wanted to go with something light all over. And then now we have the darker flooring in. I'm going to go back to white for these. Just make them a little bit brighter. And let's also get a rug underneath them. And what my plan is for this part is to just get the basic idea of how I want to lay out this downstairs area down. So I might not go too into detail with everything, like adding in decorations and all of that. But I'm going to focus on just getting the tables placed first, and then we'll see how much decorating I feel like doing after that. Let's go with something other than white, because that's right up against white. Maybe a black. Could go with a blue. Let's go with gray. Like that. Actually, I think the black looked a little bit better. It contrasted a little bit more. So I also wanted to put in that standing restaurant menu thing. Somewhere around here. Okay, I guess it's not here. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go to the regular decorations category to find that. Alright. There it is! Okay, so I'll just put one of these on either side, maybe a plant next to it on the other side as well, just to make this look a little bit less out of place and just randomly put in. Okay, I like that, and then we can get some plants on the other side. So where were those ones at? Actually, no, we can put this one on. We don't have to use just plants that came with Dine Out. Maybe that's a little bit too cluttered to have those there. Yeah, maybe something smaller. Ooh, like this one. Yeah. Yeah, I think smaller plants would look a little bit better right here. So let's go with green. Actually, did they have an orange color? Ooh, yeah, let's use orange. Something a little different. And there were some good smaller plants that came with Dine Out, so I want to try to use some of those. Actually, let's just go ahead and filter this. Okay, no, that's not really going to look good on the floor. Okay, yeah, so none of these are really... Okay, never mind, never mind. This one isn't smaller, but it might work. Yeah, we'll try this one out. Don't know about the green. Black looks kind of nice. Let's go with the black for this. Okay, there we go. So that's looking a little bit nicer. Alright, the next step is to figure out what kind of table and chair I want to use. So I could use this, but then I use that outside, so I should probably use something different. But I also want to find a kind of table and chair that, or kind of table that has larger tables like this one does. Because I think this one has a 2 tall wide and a 3 tall wide as well. So we get that with this one. So I might go with this one. Let's also see what else there is, though. I don't think this really has... Well, we have this for this one. But I don't... Oh, okay, so this actually does have all the options, but I don't really like this one as much. So right now I'm just feeling this table. I mean, we could also go with this one if we want a little bit more of a repurposed feel, which could work, because I think this is supposed to be like a repurposed table or whatever. So that could work too, but then I also wanted this place to have a more modern feel, so then, I don't know. But right now I'm thinking this first one that I picked out here might be the best one to go with, so we'll just go with that. And see how it turns out. I also wanted to use... I think I'll go with this chair. Yeah, I wanted to use either a chair or table from Dine Out. Okay, so what color is it? Unfortunately, this doesn't really have very good color options, so I guess we can just pick the table. Oh, this actually matches. But then I don't want this place to look too dark. Do we have anything? Oh, so that has white legs. That could work. What else do we have that has white legs? Okay, nothing else. But then again, I guess it doesn't really have to match. I think it'd be fine if that doesn't exactly match. Actually, let me just see how it would look if we use this kind of table. Yeah, I'm not sure that this kind's really going to fit into the place that well, but then that does kind of go together. Yeah, I don't think that really goes with the feel that I want for this place. I think there were a few colors of this, though, that had legs that match the wood on here, because I just wanted to look like this goes together. So we have green and red that go with it. What else do we have? Okay, that doesn't really go with it. The white does. So we have a few options. Maybe what I could do is have different colored chairs at different tables, just to switch it up a little bit so it isn't all the same. So it could go with red, green, and white, which is kind of Christmas colors. So I don't know about that. Maybe just green and white. I don't know if I want to have this place have a Christmas theme. Okay, so we could do that. I just feel like it looks a little bit better when it all goes together. Actually, let me see how the yellow looks. I mean, that doesn't look too bad. And I mean, we could also go with the blue so that we can keep the table white and have it match. Let's see, which looks better? I think this looks better because it does pop out a little bit more, because over here this wood blends into the window a little bit, so that might not really be the best thing to go with. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with this. I think we only have this peach color and the blue that goes with it. And I mean, I would like to use a different color for the seat, but if I want it to go together, there's only so many options, unfortunately. So I think, yeah, that's the one that goes the best with it. Even then, this doesn't completely go together, which bugs me a little bit. Like, there's nothing that goes together perfectly. I mean, this kind of works, but I think that, I don't know, it's frustrating. Okay, so in the middle here, I wanted to have a table that was a little bit larger. And then I was thinking over on this side, we could probably fit in some booths, maybe in this area over here. I think that'll work. Okay, so I believe this is the color that we had. And let's just get 6 tables all around that. I also wanted to check how this is placed under the opening area. Okay, so that's not under it at all, so we can put a light over that and it'll be fine. So I don't think we're really going to be able to fit too much else in here, because if I put another table in, then it's just going to be cramped. It's going to be way too close to the host stations. So I'll just leave it as that for the tables over here. Although we could just have a single seater over here. Actually, it does kind of stick out by the door a little bit, but that might not be too bad. Yeah, I just feel like there needs to be something in this corner over here. Okay, and then we can just have some plans or something like that in here. I'll figure that out later. Alright, so now to put the tables over here. Although first I wanted to get the door going into the kitchen in, just so I don't accidentally block that, or we know where it is. So I'll just put this door in here. And let's keep the blue, because if I make it white, then it just blends in a little bit too much. So we'll keep that. Let's also stick the chef station in too, just to get an idea of where that's gonna be. So I definitely want to go with the one that has the window with it. So I think right there. Yeah, right there should be good. Alright. Ooh, I like how the light from the skylights up above is shining on this. That just looks so cool. Alright, so we got that in. So in order to fit booths in, we need 3 tiles wide. I'm not sure if we're really going to have enough space here. Let me turn the grid on. So we have 4 tiles wide here. If I do that, it's going to be not exactly centered, because ideally I would want it to be kind of in the middle. Although we could have it running alongside where the stairs are. So maybe go here. I don't know. It's kind of tricky. Actually, I want to just close this whole area. Oh, whoops. That was a half wall. Yeah, I think it would look better if I just close this whole area in, because I'm not really going to be able to do much with that anyway. Okay, so I really want to have some booths in here. How can we fit this? I mean, we could put a booth partially in front of the window. We also might be able to fit some in here. Okay, never mind. It's not really going to work in there either. Well, what I could do is put them in here, have 2 sets of booths, and then you just kind of go down along the half wall to go upstairs. I think that could work. Yeah, let's try that out. So first I'm just going to get the half walls in so it's surrounded by half walls. I think that would look pretty nice. So we'll just have it like that. So you have an area to get inside, replace that one with a half wall. And then I'll just have it so you access the booth from around this side. Yeah, so we'll do that. Okay, let's make that... Yeah, let's go with one that's a little bit taller. Ooh, okay, not there. Wait, did that place? Yeah, that did. The only issue is this whole situation right here. Okay, that looks fine. Yeah. Okay, that works. Let's get the grid off. Don't really need that on anymore. Okay, whoops. Let's get rid of that. And I believe there's a booth that has a matching color. Yeah, so we'll go with that one. And I'll just... It might not look that great from the outside, but I'm just going to stick a booth in front of the window. You can't have everything be perfect. And then let's grab a couple of these tables, put them in. Actually, is that... Okay, yeah, that snapped. We're good. Let's make sure... I don't know, I guess they're both snapped to it. Okay, the booths should be snapping together correctly now. So moving on, let's get some wallpaper on this. I'm just going to put the white wallpaper on here. And then at the end of this little area, I think a plant would look pretty nice. So I'm just going to grab this one because I really like how this one looks. Alright, so I think that'll be a nice decoration for back there. And let's go something else. I think we go something, maybe not that bright orange. What about a yellow? Maybe not. Let's go with the yellow. Let's add in more of a pop of color. Okay, so moving along with this. Oh, maybe we could... No, it's gonna be too cramped if we put another table in there. But let's fit in a few more of tables of this size in here. Yeah, we could definitely... Okay, maybe just one. Yeah, I think just one would be good for this space. Probably just cramping it a little bit too much if I try putting in 2 of them. Alright, and then I think we can just kind of do the same thing that we did over here with putting the chairs at the... Not chairs, tables in the corners. So we'll just get one of those and... Okay, actually no, there's not a corner over here. So never mind that. I'll just not put another one in. Yeah, we'll just leave it empty there. Alright. Actually, no, might be... I think it's fine having that table there. I think that's enough tables for down here, so now to get some decorations, like the menu item and all of that stuff on the table. Alright. I do like the blue, but then it might go with the chairs too much, so maybe a white or... Oh, I like how this color looks. Okay, what else? We have the salt and pepper thing too. Or maybe a nice flower would be better, but then I don't know if it'd be too much to have a flower in every table. Maybe if I go with one that's a little bit smaller, like this one? That could look nice. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put a menu and this kind of flower on each of the tables, and I could... Ooh, it might look neat if I make every table have a different colored flower, just to add a little bit more color into this place. Before ending this part, I wanted to add some lights over the tables. So I was thinking that it might look good to use, where was it? This light. Yeah, I like that it's not really that big and it gives a nice light above tables. Because I don't want to use huge lights above each of the tables because I feel like that might get a little bit bulky. I think that might be under the opening, so I probably don't want to put one over that. Yeah, we're not going to put one over that one. We'll just have the light from above be the lighting over that table. And then just go one of these over each of these. Okay, where did that one go? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, let's just get this over here. And that's gonna be the all that I do in this part. Like I said, my main goal was to just get an idea of how I'm gonna lay things out here, and then next time I'll go through and add more decorations, like wall decorations, because there aren't really a bunch around, and I could also tweak what I've done a little bit, maybe, I don't know, I kind of like this color scheme though, but I mean, I could always try a few more things next time. But if you have any ideas for further decorating this area, be sure to let me know, because I love to hear your ideas for making this place look better. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and bye!